Hi. So I wanted to talk about a movie that I just watched. I actually watched it. I think finished watching a week ago. I didn't have time to watch all of it, but at the first sitting because just have a busy schedule. So, but then I just finished the rest of it like a few days ago. So it's called Carnival of Souls, and it was actually it was I like watching. This movie was from 1962. It looks like I thought it was in the late 50s, but it was in 1962. But I mean, it makes sense because I thought it was in the late 50s because it was because of the clothing that she wore. But it's 1962, so it's they're coming out of the 50s, it kind of I was kind of okay with that. But I digress. So this Carnival of Souls was made 1962. It's a horror movie, maybe a thriller, cause it was I do watch kind of sci-fi horror movie kind of thriller horror movie kind of thing. They don't really scare me. They just make me think. And that's why I like watching them because I feel like nowadays like you don't have any thriller or like psycho thriller thing in a lot of movies today. You just have the horror part. And and I like that, but like this was actually a an old movie that kind of did scare me because I remember like a few days ago after like the day I finished the movie, like a few hours later, I heard the noise and then I was just it made me jump a little bit because it's the ending, the whole up until the ending, it just made the ending made me a little bit okay, but the 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 movie throughout just makes me a little like makes me gets me intrigued, and then the ending is just like wow. And so it's about a woman who she escapes. This kind of reminded me of Final Destination, but not totally like Final Destination. It has the plot of escaping death. So this woman is in a car accident in a small town, and all her friends die, but she is completely unscathed. The car falls off a bridge into the water, and yeah, they find her and she's completely unscathed. She's probably been under for a long time, but they find her and bring her up, and she she can walk and she can do everything, so she looks fine. She just wet. Um so and so she leaves town, and I think she goes to another state, and she's an organist, and she gets a job at a church and therefore becomes the church organist. And the organ is very, I feel like is very um is a very good symbol in this movie. Um and there's a part in the movie where it even she's playing, and she's playing the organ, she's practicing in the church, and then she gets into a trance, and then she's starting to play this kind of cynical kind of music, this um gut-wrenching kind of music. And and so throughout the movie there's this man following her, and no one else sees him, but she only sees him. And he basically has the makeup's really good because it's basically, I don't want to say he's death, but he is kind of death because death is following her basically. So he has his eyes are kind of black around it. He has pale white skin. His hair is thinning, and he's following her. And some people think that she's seeing things, and she's just like, no, I've seen this guy. And like what I told you about the organ, when she's playing, she sometimes gets into a trance and she's playing this. The priest even stops her and said, "This is sacrilegious. I need you to get out. You're fired." Cause it was basically how the death was getting into her mind. And so then she goes to this carnival where we get Carnival of Souls, and then she sees all these dead people dancing, and this old abandoned carnival, and she says all these people dancing, and she even sees herself as a dead person dancing. And then she screams, and then she runs away, and then they start chasing her. So this is the end, and she is running and running, and and then it cuts at a point where she's on the beach, and then she trips, and then we don't see them getting her, but we know they got her. And so then it cuts right to the next scene where the police are there. The her employer, which is the priest, was there. I think some other people who knew her were there, and they were just like they're like, the footprints on the sand stop right here, and because they know she's missing, so but they don't know where she went. And so, and it's very scary, because you just like, oh my gosh, she death got her. She was scary, and I said it's kind of like Final Destination because they're escaping death, but yeah, after in Final Destination, it's like basically you still can't escape death, because um you can't escape death. So like so then we cut to another scene where they're back at the in the small town that she originally left, and she's in the car. Her friends are dead and she's dead. So um like, I don't want to say it's kind of sad, because I kind of felt like I knew they were going to get her because she couldn't run anywhere else, and I knew that they just wanted her to die. At first, when I was watching the whole movie, I was just like, why is death following her? But then at the end, when I finally was like, oh, he just wants to say, you know what, I needed to claim your life, but you somehow avoided me, so this is gonna happen whether you like it or not. And so I really liked that movie, and I was just really surprised, because I never knew a movie like that was black and white. No, I've never seen a movie that was black and white that made me kind of scared before. I mean, I've seen a bunch of horror movies from the 50s and 60s, in but I never thought, and I've seen a lot of thrillers, and I never thought that would happen to me before. So I kind of I like that movie a lot. And that's all I have to say about that movie. So if you want to see it, it's on HBO Max. And probably you can find it wherever you get your movies from as well. Well, I mean, not. I don't think it's gonna be on Netflix or Hulu or wherever. But if you look for it, you'll probably find it. Um, so yeah, that's all I have to say. Bye.